video, we will be learning about bubble sort and how it works. What is sorting? Use of sorting is nothing but arrangement of all elements in an array either in ascending or descending order. Here we are arranging the elements in ascending order. For that we are using bubble sort. Bubble sort algorithm. We have been given a list of integers in the form of array. Let's name it as A. We have to sort this array. The algorithm is all about scanning the array from left to right for multiple number of times. That is, we look at the 0th element and then at the first, then the element at its index 2 and so on till the end. We will call each scan as one pass on the array. When we are scanning the array and when we are at a particular position, we will compare the element at that particular position with the adjacent element at next position. As we can see, if we are at 0th position, then we will compare the element at 0th position with the element at first position. And if the element at the current position is greater than the element at the next position, we will swap the two elements. And that is the general rule. But in this case, we won't swap since 2 is not greater than 7. So we are moving on to position 1. Once again, we are comparing the two elements, and if one of them is greater, we will swap the two elements. In this case, 7 is greater than 4, so we are swapping both the elements. So 7 will move to index 2 and 4 will move to index 1. Next, we will go to index 2. Now the number at index 2 will be 7, and once again we will compare it with next element, that is 1. 7 is greater than 1, so we will swap, and now we will move to index 3. Once again at this stage we are at index 3 which is 7, so we will compare it with 5 and need to swap it again. So on swapping, 7 will go to index 4 and 5 will go to index 5. And now we will check index 4. This whole process is pushing number 7, which is largest in the array, towards higher indices at each step. When we are at position 4, once again 7 is greater than 3, and so we will swap. There is no next element for index 5, and at this stage we are done with the sorting. As we can see, 7, which is the largest element in the array, is at appropriate position. We can say that 7 has bubbled up to a rightmost position. So, with the logic of swapping adjacent elements, this is just for one pass, and finally we are getting the answer as 2, 4, 1, 5, 3 and 7 as our array for one pass. On performing another pass and once again keep comparing the adjacent elements and performing swaps, the second largest element will land up at index 4. After second pass, our array will be 2, 1, 4, 3, 5 and 7. With every subsequent pass on the array will be now divided into two parts. One part will be the sorted and another will be unsorted. As we can see, till 3 the part is unsorted, and from 4 and 5 it is sorted. With each pass, the largest element in the unsorted half will bubble up to the highest index in the unsorted half. So in third pass, number 4 should bubble up to the position 3 at index 3. After pass 3, our final array will look like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 7. We can see that we are sorted now. It is sorted in ascending order. If we conduct n-1 such passes for an array of size n, for I is equal to 1 to n-1, we are sorted. The pseudocode for this sorting is: for I is equal to 0, I less than n-1, I plus plus. For j equal to 0, j less than n-1, j plus plus. We are using two loops here. Whenever I is 0, you are sorting first element, that is When I is 1, we are sorting the second. I is 2, sorting third. I is 4, we are sorting the fourth element, and so on. When I is equal to 4, fifth element automatically gets its position. So array will be sorted eventually. When n is equal to 5, we are sorting only 4 elements and swapping if required. Wherein in the second loop, we can see that this loop is to ensure that if condition is true, then we are moving to the inner loop where we have comparing with the next element. We can see here that if a of j is greater than a of j plus 1, we are swapping with the help of a temporary variable into which we are storing a of j. This can be written as t equal to a of j, where t is a temporary variable, a of j equal to a of j plus 1, a of j plus 1 equal to t. And this is how swapping is done. Time complexity of an algorithm. In the best case, we can say that running time of this algorithm will be the running time of the statements in the nested loop. After many mathematical calculations done using polynomials, we derive to the following conclusion. Best case, the time complexity of the code will be O of n. In the average case, the time complexity of the code will be O of n square, and in the worst case, it is the same. The time complexity of the code will be O of n square. Now, let us move on to coding. Here, we are going to code the bubble sort. Let's start with hash include standard input output dot header file. Void main function from where the execution part starts. Here we are declaring an array of size 20 as the maximum. Here A is the name of array and maximum size of the array is 20. But the actual size is to be get by the user, for which we are declaring n here. Then we are declaring I and j for the purpose of for looping. T for temporary variable, wherein it is used for storing the element of an array for swapping if needed. Next, we are moving on to printf statement. Printf, enter the size of array. We should get input for this. So scanf %d, using this format specify %d since it is an integer. The size of array can only be in integer. Comma ampersand n. Next, printf enter %d integer. We are adding this to ensure that if, for example, n is 3, then we will get the output like enter 3 integers. Scanf. Sorry. For this, next we are to get all the elements, we are using for loop. For I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. We are getting the elements of the array corresponding to its index value. If I is 0, first element is entered. If I is 1, second element, and so on. So, we denote it like this. Scanf %d, comma, ampersand of array of I. Next, we are moving into the loop, for loop. For I is equal to 0, I is less than n minus 1, I plus plus. As we saw earlier, this is just to ensure that we are sorting the first element, and if I is 2, we are sorting third, I is 3, sorting fourth, and so on. Next, we are going for the second for loop. For j is equal to 0, j less than n minus I minus 1, j plus plus. This loop is to ensure that if condition is true, then element at the 0th location is compared with the next element. So for which we are writing the condition now. If array of j is greater than array of j plus 1, t, the temporary variable, is equal to a of j, a of j being equal to a of j plus 1, and finally a of j plus 1 equal to t. The meaning of these statements are the fact that t is assigned to a of j is assigned to a of j plus 1, and a of j plus 1 is being assigned to t, so that swapping takes place. Now we are done with the actual part of the code. We are now moving on to printing. We are supposed to print all the elements that we have got as input and the sorted list in ascending order. So for it, we are using printf statement. Sorted list in ascending order. Add a semicolon. Then we are using a for loop here to print the input as well as the output that we are going to get now. For I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, printf %d \n, comma, a of I. Since we have used void main here, we don't need to use return 0. So yes, just to show you that I have compiled this. enter the size of array. It's asking for the size of array. Let me enter it as 3. It's asking us for 3 integers. As I said earlier, this percentage %d is for this. It's asking for 3 integers now. The number 3 is printed here. Two, 7, 4, 1. We can see here, sorted list in ascending order is 2, 4, 7. The unsorted list is 2, 7 and 4. Now we have sorted it. It's 2, 4 and 7. Let's try it again. Let me enter it as 6 now. Enter 6 integers. We'll enter the 6 integers that we already gave in the previous example. 2, 7, 4, 1, 5 and 3. 2, 7, 4, 1, 5, 3. Let me expand this so that it is visible. Yeah. So we can see that the unsorted list is 2, 7, 4, 1, 5, 3 and the sorted list in ascending order is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 7. As we can see, the numbers entered previously as input aren't sorted, but after execution, the array is sorted here as shown. And yes, we are done with the bubble sort.